present progression.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Past Journey, Present Progression Podcast. It's your boy, Cleezy B. Today, I got my friend, man, and my friend Tyrone Lee Jr., man, aka T.Lee. And he's going to be here talking about his good old book, his books, should I say, in the process of becoming an author. We be talking about businesses, but I feel like, you guys should know about how to be an author too, you know what I'm saying? So, without further ado, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to let him tell you his name himself, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to say that because I love this brother right here, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to let him introduce himself,
What's up? My name is Tyrone. I'm from Seattle, raised in Seattle, Central District specifically. And that's me. That's me where I'm from.
For sure, Central District, man. And you guys probably noticed by now, man. I done had a few guests on here from the CD, and
Little theme going on here, huh?
yeah, I got, like I said, man. These guys I've been knowing a long time, and we used to do a lot of different things in our past a long time ago. And come to find out, we were more like-minded than we knew back then, because we all done went on a journey and, straightened it up, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's going to be exciting, because his story is interesting, I think it's very informative.
Yeah. And much love to the South there too, man. We got good people out there too.
Oh, for sure, man.
It's just the pride thing, territorial thing.
Yeah, man. We ain't
can't shake out of us yet.
We're not regional biased, man. We love everybody. You know what I'm saying? For real. But yeah, man, like you said, you told everybody, you're from Seattle, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're born and raised here.
Yeah.
Central District where he was raised, Are you the only child?
Nah, I'm the oldest of four boys. I'm the oldest.
No, 4 boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a sister too. She's I wouldn't say we're estranged. My daddy's daughter from another marriage, but mainly I was raised in the house with my mom, stepdad. Dad was away most of my life. Me and 3 of my little brothers.
That's what's up, man. That's cool. You're the oldest, man. Yeah, so you had to kind of like be an example. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The example, yeah. I'm trying to figure out was I a good example or not. But I guess I was. I used to classify myself as a product of my environment, but that I don't like that term no more.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I did what I did with what I had, and I was just a kid running wild in the city, man, back in the 80s and 90s, man, when things was prevalent.
So you said you don't like the term a product of your environment. Why is that?
Because you're limiting yourself to saying you're only capable of doing certain things. Me, I'm not a religious man, but I feel like I'm a product I'm a product of God and what I'm capable of doing.
For sure.
That's what I believe nowadays. But no disrespect to people who say they're a product of their environment, but widen your expectations of your own self by saying something different. We're not fish. Fish can only grow as big as the tank they're in.
Right.
You understand? We're not in a fish tank. Per se at least. We're something bigger than that.
Yeah. That's interesting, bro. Cause I think I probably realized that honestly, probably like maybe 8 to 9 years ago, bro, about that statement right there, because I used to share that same perspective, bro, and then I got to live in life and experience some different things, and I was like, well, nah, man, I did way more than what that environment exposed me to. You know what I'm saying? So I changed my perspective on that. I agree with you, bro.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, man. Tell us a little bit about your upbringing, though, like. Just like we from the city. Tell us some things that you've seen, some things that you've seen that made you want to just be like, man, no, I didn't had it with this life, or I didn't had it with this environment. Tell me a couple little things you done seen. You ain't got to get too, you know what I'm saying, descriptive. But just tell me a couple little things that you've seen that made you want to go that route.
Pain.
Pain?
Yeah, pain. You know, I mean, you know, and when I say pain, it's not, you know, it's not the pain of, you know, like physical pain, you know, or emotional pain. It's to seeing other people in pain too. You know, I mean, that hurts. You know, and knowing the pain that the people before me suffered. You know, in order for me to have a chance to do something better than what I was doing. You know, just I mean, the CD or Seattle in the 80s and 90s, you know, was the you know, we're hitting it with the residue of the crack era, you know, in the gang era. So I mean, so we're selling drugs, you know, to drug fiends, you know, what I'm saying, who probably were our parents, our elders and whatnot, you know, and then our peers, and then then everybody else, you know. So it just, I guess me just being in and out of jail, seeing my partners going out of jail, people getting, you know, killed, hurt, being sent off for years and stuff like that, and just a revolving cycle, man. You know, just you know, I want to do something different. I think my bowling, my I had a I went through a period of like trying to figure out what I want to do in my life around 2000, between 2007 2008. I was trying to figure out, you know, it's like right after my brother passed away, and I was kind of like in, you know, 1 foot in 1 foot out type of area, you know, wanted to do something different, you know. And I spoke to a few elders. My aunt, you know, kind of like helped gravitate me and push me into a certain direction. I was always, you know, categorized as smart. You know, even in elementary school and middle school, I was always in, you know, in gifted classes, because, you know, I was, you know, smart intellectually. You know, I made some dumb decisions, you know what I'm saying, but I was, you know, I was always book smart, you know, or, you know, in math and stuff like that. I like to write. I've always loved to write. You know, it's like writing to me is like, it's liberating. You know what I'm saying? You know, because like when you're writing, you know, you're in total control.
Right.
You know, when you're writing a story, you know what I'm saying, that story starts and ends how you make it. You know what I'm saying? How you know what I'm saying, how you see it, how you feel, you know.
Right.
At the end of it, you can say, that's my shit, I did that. You know, and it's a feeling to me, you know, that's me, you know what I'm saying? It's like after reading or something like that, you know, reading books and history and stuff like that, you know, reading Langston Hughes, reading, you know, certain authors and stuff like that, you know, seeing how they, you know, it seemed like you could tell by reading their literature how when they wrote this shit, their pen just collided, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it just kind of, you know, I always liked writing, man. So just writing got me to where I'm at now.
That's interesting, like that perspective on writing, because most people, you hear when most people say like most people be like writing is therapeutic. You don't hear them say it's liberating. And when you just shared your perspective, you know, like your example you use, like when you're writing, you know, you're in control from beginning to the end, and that's what you feel from writing, you know, which is totally kind of like different than what I typically hear, you know what I'm saying, which is the therapeutic side, you know. That's interesting to me, because I wouldn't have thought you felt like that, you know what I'm saying.
Like when my son used to have homework, you know, he had to write about a crazy day he had, you know, and he like, oh, Dad, I don't know what to write. I'm like, well, just write, son. Just write, you know. I don't know where to start. Just start. I mean, they say write about a crazy day. They didn't say it had to be an accurate day. They didn't say it had to be true day. Write about a crazy day, you know. And you start writing and shit like that. I'm like, this shit's crazy, you know. You like, you know. And he thought it was funny, so that, you know, it makes it easier, you know. Just start writing. Sometimes I tell kids that all the time, man. Write. You know, and on top of that, you know, if you're really serious about your writing, man, you know, your writing can impact others.
Yeah,
it can write. You know, I talk with kids all the time, man. Start writing your story now, because with a, you know, a 15-year-old, you going through your problems right here at 15 years old, you know, you write about it. Maybe another 15-year-old can relate to that. It might help them change their lives.
Totally correct. Totally correct. Yeah, sharing what you go through is totally, it can be helpful to others, you
Yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. A lot of people just keep their feelings and stuff bottled
Yeah.
inside, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
go through life stressful and stuff like that, you know. So yeah,
It makes the feelings real, but it also makes the healings real too.
word. Yeah, man. That was That's good. That's cool. Uh, I had another question for you, but nah, I ain't gonna even.
You can go ahead, man.
Nah, because I'm going to ask it a little later because it
we can think.
coincides with something else I got
Okay.
going on. You know what I'm
All right.
saying?
I feel you.
So, school, though, what made you just want to go back to school? Like, you know, I know you chose to do different things, you know what I'm saying? But why did you choose school to be one of those things you choose to escape from your prior environment and things like that?
Because through it all, in the game, I had my ups and downs. On the streets, I had my ups and downs. But school was somewhere I always succeeded at. When I put my effort to it.
Mm.
And I also had the least consequences if I failed.
Right.
So when I was going through that era, I told you about 2008, 9, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I got an auntie, man. She always believed in me, especially intellectually, and she was saying, Ty, you should go back to school. Like, I used to always push it all, like, yeah, I know, auntie, I'm gonna go one day. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go. But when I want to say, at kind of like not my lowest, but like at my most, you know, not really, knowing where I want to be at stage.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, Ty, you should just go sign up for school. You ain't doing that right now. You don't like your job you're doing right now. Just go ahead and go back to school. Just go ahead. He said, you know what, auntie? I'm gonna go up there next week. I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna go up there next week. Watch, I'm gonna go up there next week and go pay for the test and all that shit. She says, don't worry about it. I already paid for it for you. Just go to take the test and pick your classes already.
Wow,
I'm like,
what a support system.
yeah. I'm like, okay, so. I never been the type of person to let nobody down, So especially if they had belief in me, so I wouldn't did the shit, and I got back to school, man, and I started liking it, I started, reading and writing, which is I would later learn was my lane, but I didn't think it was my lane back in the day, We still, all that shit from, that stuff, whatever for born or nerds, whatever like that. But like, that was my born nerd lane,
Yeah.
and I had to own up to it. But that was what got me back in school.
It's crazy, like how certain environments per se, they mind fuck you, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like they really indoctrinate this mindset into us, you know what I'm saying? Like we're really only restricted to do certain things and do certain things certain way. Bro, I advise anybody, man, step outside your environment, man.
Please do.
Exposure to different things, man. Now, that's one of the best blessings I've experienced in my life, because all that different exposure, it help you grow as a person too. You might like some things you might not like, but if you're not exposed to it, you'll never know, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. So on this one right here, the school, applied behavioral science.
Well, originally I went to the community college up in Seattle. I was gonna be I had quit. I'm in recovery right now. I'm a recovering alcoholic addict. I'm clean sober. It'd be 17 years in June. So and I've always wanted to get back in it. Always wanted to be a drug and alcohol counselor. So I got back to school with my intents on being a drug and alcohol counselor. But I got back to school and I wanted more than that. That wasn't it wasn't that I didn't like it. It wasn't none of that. Something that like I didn't think I would enjoy doing. Yeah, because I know I did because I feel I had a purpose, whatever. But it's I knew that there was I could do that and much more.
Right.
I ended up getting my drug and alcohol counseling permit. I mean, license, and my associated social services at the same time. But at the school I was at, they also had a bachelor program for applied behavior sciences, which was basically a bachelor's in social work, basically.
BAS or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So I went ahead and pursued that as well.
Yeah, man. That's like that's it. That's inspiring to me, bro. Because I know you a long time, bro. And we was running tough for a little second ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so
this would be usually a brew or a pint of hen or something
man,
like that.
you know what I mean?
You know.
But
And these books would be paper, but it'd be rolled up with weed inside of it. You know?
Yeah, all of this would be sticky. All that. But bro, so your story is very inspiring to me because I know who you are, who you was as a person, bro, and you've totally did a 180. You know what I'm saying? So it's only right for me to ask you to come bless my platform with your story.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
No problem, man. I feel honored to, man.
Yeah, I know it's authentic. You know what I'm saying? I know it's authentic. You know what I'm saying?
100.
And I think the viewers, they'll really get some good information out of what you got to offer. You know what I'm saying? As far as some of your life experiences you've had to go through, and then some of your experiences you went through turn into a new person. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed, most definitely.
Yeah, bro. And tell me, like, what were some of the duties you had to do? I mean, not like for the chemical dependency, right? I know you was a chemical dependency professional, right? What were some of the duties you had to do as a chemical dependency professional?
Well, basically, I was, doing CD assessments. A chemical dependency professional is a new fancy way of saying drug and alcohol counselor for people who don't understand that, but who don't know that, not understand, who don't know that what that means. But so basically, I was doing CD assessments, drug and alcohol, chemical dependency assessments. I was doing treatment plans. I was doing groups, on relapse prevention, relapse prevention, CD education. And then we do stuff like life skills, and then creative expression, and then trying to the disease concept and everything like that. We was doing groups on various things. The first place I worked for when I got my my certificate is I worked for a place called Matt Talbot Center. Shout out to Matt Talbot.
Shout out.
They were part of Catholic Community Service, but I owe them a great deal because they actually they took me in, and my supervisor Michael Lewis and Pastor Greg Alex, shout out to them guys too. They seasoned me real tough in this game when it comes to drug and alcohol counseling. I got it at a black agency at a very, very raw perspective, and I was able to deliver it, to men who needed to hear the message in a certain way. It was Matt Talbot was a free intensive outpatient drug and alcohol service, substance use disorder, facility, and specifically it targeted men who are homeless and who has mental health issues as well. But it was kind of like it worked at its own level too, because it was like kind of like wraparound services, kind of like, because they offer temporary housing that led to long-term housing. We got them hooked up with some kind of medical attention and mental health attention as well. So I actually got to see it, and it was an institutional level, but it wasn't like white institutional. It was more like like inner city, kind of like urban. Just right downtown in Belltown too. So I mean, it was right there in the heart of it, right there. I mean, he was thinking it was like I'm doing drug and alcohol counseling right where I should sell dope at.
That's the description of this.
That's the irony of it, but I did a lot there, man. And I learned a lot there too. and I owe a lot of my professional success to them as well. It's like sometimes when I go work at other places, I gotta dumb it down some because I got a raw upbringing in this shit. You go to these other places, that are more subtle. I'm a little bit too much for them, so I gotta bring it down some because I'm bringing it to people from the hood who need to hear what I need to say.
Right.
To other people, other places you gotta like sugarcoat it. And so, but I had a lot of duties going on there, man. We did a lot of fundraising in the neighborhood, in the hood, in the city. And man, it's a fantastic place, man. And I owe a lot to them, man.
That's cool, man. That you did a lot of stuff, and you had to orchestrate all of that.
Yeah. We orchestrated. I mean, I had some duties, but I mean, my duties are minor compared to what my my superiors were doing. I know I had our CEO who's also a pastor. I mean, like where we did drug and alcohol counseling at, they also did church there on Sundays and gave out and fed lunch to the homeless communities on Sundays. Then Thanksgiving and Christmas, he had sponsors who brought toys and stuff like that to give out to the kids.
Oh, it's community.
It's a wonderful place, man. It's still running too. I gotta go down and check them out, see how they're doing since this whole COVID thing started, man. But they gave out toys to the kids at Christmas, fed people at Thanksgiving, man. It's a wonderful place, man. Definitely, man. The guy who started stuff, man, like dude should be canonized when he passed away, man. He should be, he could have been a CEO of any Fortune 500 company, man. But he came home to do this,
Wow,
it's an honor. It's an honor working for him, man, and know him. Still text him now today and see how he's doing.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool, man.
Sound like a man of great character.
Great character, man.
So, man, you bro, you done accomplished a lot, bro. You became a case manager before.
Yeah, well, I was a case manager down there at the Matt Talbot, man, but for I was down about 5 years, man, and I guess right before I left there, I was coming from my last year in the bachelor program at Seattle Central College, and I applied to UW for the master program, for the MSW program.
Wow. They accepted you, huh?
Yeah, and they accepted me, and
That's a big kudos.
the thing about that, man, is that the process to filling out the application to become, to be a student there,
It's extensive.
It's extensive, I had to fill out this form right here, and I had to submit this paperwork or whatever, I had to submit this for my writing sample for this and everything like that. I had to do this, whatever. Then I had to write about myself and my triumphs and what I've overcome and why I should be picked for this program, And it took me about a week to finally fill out and everything and get everything turned in. But when I finally, hit the button and I pressed complete and it said you officially signed up, apply for graduate school, I had to say that was probably up to then that was the biggest accomplishment of my life. I never thought that I would be able to have the paperwork to apply to a master's program at the University of Washington, who at the time probably still is like number 2, number 3 in the country for social work.
That's why I said that's a big kudos starting off when you said that, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. I guess the scariest part of it was that they asked on my criminal record, so I had to submit that stuff, and they said it takes a few months. They said it will take a few months before they let you know if you got in or not, and so I told them about my criminal record, whatever, submitted all that paperwork, whatnot, and then after I completed everything and turned it in, they hit me back like 2 months ago. Two months later. I mean, 2 months later, they said that hey, we didn't get your declaration for your criminal record. We didn't get that. Can you send it in again? I'm like, I know I sent this shit. I knew I did. Because it said complete. So
right.
I had to get it. I sent it in again. I'm thinking, yeah, this could be the point where they said, nah, we're good. That's what I was thinking at the time.
Right.
And that was probably You know, it was kind of mind boggling at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they let you up in there, man, and
Yeah.
did what you did, bro. Like I said, that's kudos, man, because that's a whole 180 coming
Yeah.
from where we come from, bro. And
Yeah.
I gotta keep stressing that, because, man, like I said, we was talking about, we were discussing off camera, like, bro, anybody could do it.
Anybody can do it.
You just gotta be willing to do the work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like it's possible. You know, I mean, that's all I want people to know is that it's possible. You know,
It's possible.
and honestly, you know, it's not hard work if you're willing if you're willing to put it into it. You know, because I mean, work is work, man. If it's hard or not, you know, it's what you clarified as. You know, I mean, I put in some hard work, but I figure even though there's areas where I feel I could have went harder. You know, but I just just hard work. You know, but it's possible. It's it's not nothing that anybody can do it. Pretty much anybody. You know,
Yeah, you just gotta want it.
Yeah, you gotta want it. That's simple.
That goes back to being stuck in that mentality. You know what I'm saying? We got if you want it, you can break that. You know what I'm saying?
And if you start thinking I'm only capable of this right here, so therefore I'm not even gonna go over here or try this, I mean, you're cheating yourself.
Shooting yourself with both of your feet.
Not only cheating yourself, you're cheating anybody you can impact with what you have to give to that area or that field.
And that's powerful. Like cheating people you can impact.
It's bigger than me. It's bigger than you.
Word,
it proves that.
Word. Wow. Man, it's been interesting so far, man. I'm liking this, man, because you're telling me some insightful stuff that I, didn't know,
Yeah. And it's the past.
All right, everybody, we are back. To those you just tuning in, this is the Past Journey, Present Progression Podcast. I am the host, T.Lee B. I have my guest, Tyrone Lee Jr., a.k.a. T.Lee. And, man, we was talking about a lot of stuff, really. But the last question I was asking him was, what was the stuff that he learned in the street that helped him, that he applied to becoming an author? So that's what we're going to take this from here.
Yeah, I mean, basically, man, like I said, I was writing about, my life and my life and tribulations and things that I went through, but also I give people a description of my city, my town, and what was going on, or, around the time when I was growing up, because, of course, through my education, stuff like that, I can pinpoint what was going on.
You can identify it.
Exactly, like like structural bias, institutional bias, stuff like that. Even like why we were in the CD. Why all black folks were in the CD. I haven't figured that out through a lot of research and stuff like that. But I was so we talk about stuff like that in my book. It gave me just more insight into being an author. From my research and everything like that. And then telling a story. Builds it to it. A story is not just about what this one person went through. It's about all the other stuff that was going on around at that time.
Yeah.
It's like you think like let's pinpoint the late '80s and early '90s. You know what I'm saying? That's when a lot of black folks are going to the crack laws. You know what I'm saying? When a lot of people are going to jail for a small amount of crack for 15, 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to pinpoint that. Like my dad got hit up in 1990 on a conspiracy charge. You know what I'm saying? They gave him 17 years. Before that, he did 7 years on attempted murder beef. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
So I mean, like he got more time for selling crack than he did for actually shooting somebody.
Wow.
The
system.
The system. So. Even like we went to go visit my dad back in 05, 06. We met he was down in Victorville, down in California, and the dude's taking pictures, the picture guy, picture man. and we just sitting there talking to him, another young brother, And I said, man, how much time you got over here, man? He said, I got a couple life sentences. I'm like, he said it so nonchalantly. I'm like, a couple life sentences. I'm thinking, mass murder, killer. He said, no, what happened? He said, well, in California, if you're a felon and you get caught with more than 50 ounces of crack, that's a life sentence. That's he said you got a couple. That's 13 years minimum. He said in California, you get more time for 2 ounces of crack than you would for 4 birds raw.
Wow. Whoa. That's a dramatic difference.
And you gotta think, who fucks with cocaine? White folks, you know what I'm saying? Who fucks with crack? Niggas, So
for the most part.
So you guys see why laws are designed the way they are, And I was able to tell stories like that, man, in my book, man, how people, even in part 2, I was able, because part 1 is raw. It's my first book, my baby. I love it, It's like a 30-year span. I call it generations because I talk about how my parents' generation influenced my generation, and how my generation influenced the up and coming generation. So I was able to describe that one. And part 2, is actually a better written book to me. Because it shows my evolution as a writer. But I call it jurisprudence because I'm talking about 4 different court cases that went on around this time. This right here is about a 30-year span, and this one right here is about a 4-year span. But this one right here, I say, is better written because I was able to come with my evolution as a writer and everything like that. But my experiences, my research and everything like that, and my writing skills, evolved in part 2.
So the part 1 is called Game Crazy, right?
They're both called Game Crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Game Crazy.
Yeah.
And part 2 is Game Crazy Jurisprudence.
Yeah. Part 1 is Game Crazy Generations, subtitle Generations. And part 2 is Game Crazy Part 2 with the subtitle Jurisprudence.
Okay.
Jurisprudence is, I think, Latin for a theory of law.
Okay.
I talk about some court cases, a couple court cases that goes on.
And where can they find these books?
Postscriptpublishing.org. It's a cool thing about it. It took me longer to find somebody to publish the book than it actually did for me to write the books. The literary world's cold with me because any those self-publishing companies, they call them vanity publishing companies, something like that. They'll pick it up. You pay them some money, they'll pick it up, they'll publish it, whatever, and beat you out of all your publishing and everything like that, and your price and whatnot. But you want to try to find a literary agent, which is very, very, very hard. You gotta write a certain kind of letter to a literary agent. I forget what kind of letter it's called, but it's some kind of, you gotta submit it. It gotta be a certain amount of letters, like 2-3 paragraphs, whatever. And most of the time, they won't even read them.
Wow.
It's really, really hard to get into the literary world, man, unless you're gonna self-publish it yourself and everything like that, And then you gotta create your own following, your own networking, your own advertising, and everything like that, Shit, I didn't have the time to do it at this point in my life, because when I finished part 1, I was just starting grad school. I just got into UW, My inspiration for writing my book because when I got accepted into UW, man,
University of Washington.
When I got accepted into UW grad school, man, the MSW program, man, I was pumped. I was blew back. I didn't think I was gonna get. I didn't think I was gonna get in. To tell you the truth, that is, especially after them calling me. Hit me up saying, "Hey, send your criminal record thing again." I'm like, just make sure, I'm like, so we know we can say no to them, But now they sent me an email about a month later, man. I was driving on the freeway, man, and I got an email, man. I just opened up and read it, man. I had to pull over to the side of the road, man. Just like had to take it in, man. And call my mama, dog. Real deal, But I wouldn't post about it on Facebook, I'm just like, man, I'm pumped. I got in UW, man. I just want to thank, my mama, everybody who believed in me, and everything. Because I told my mom was like, I'm like, Mom, how you do shit? I knew he was going to get in. Like, I know. I'm like, I'm like, no, Mom, for real. No, I knew you was gonna get in, Ty. Don't worry about it. You know, I prayed about this all day long. You know,
It's that mama,
it's that
boy.
good old mama. You know. But you know, I just wanted to thank I thank everybody. You know, and people comment, man, good shit, T, good shit, T, good shit, man. You know, I got a partner of mine, man. I went to elementary and high school with, man. Mike Davis, man. Shout out to Mike Davis, man, down at ATL.
Squarehead.
Yeah, Squarehead. Yeah,
That's my boy.
Got his life coaching thing going on down there at ATL, man. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, we doing good right now.
Yeah, doing me, known him for years, man. He said, hey, man, that's a big thing, T, man. He said, I've been knowing you for years, man. You should write a book, man. And you know, at that time, I never thought about writing a book. You know, I never thought about writing a book. And then that summer, it was the first summer I didn't have any classes, no school, because I was going to graduate school next summer, so I didn't have no classes, no nothing. So I started writing, and I didn't stop, you know. And I just started writing. I wrote my book over a summer at work during my lunch break. Every lunch break I would go write a page. You know what I'm saying?
That's determination.
Yeah, I just got stuck. I go home, start writing, start editing it, and then I started trying to publish it. And then I didn't know how to publish a book. So I started Googling it, you know what I'm saying? Start seeing here, and everybody like, hey, we can publish your book. Yeah, give us $3,000 now, we publish your book. I'm like, nah, you know. Then I'm trying to find a literary agent. Had to submit did a lot of research on how to do it, man. But like, I had to submit a couple hundred, man, letters to literary agents and stuff like that, man. They're like, nope, sorry, or they just didn't respond at all. Out of 150 query letters, I submitted, I said about 150, I may have got 20 responses telling me no. You know, and then I found out I got a homegirl. I went to elementary and high school with her too. She lives down south somewhere, but she wrote her own book, and she started her own publishing company. You know, I found that out. Like, oh man, since I sent her my little description and everything like that, she's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I like what you got. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it, whatever. You know, and she took me on. You know, her name is Sharika, man. She postscriptpublishing.org. You guys go check out the website. But it's a black she's a black independent publishing company. She got a black publishing, black editing, black graphic designer, black everything. You know, just gotta get the black printing down. You know, but everything black, man. You know, and she's really helped me out some with the advertising and everything like that, networking and stuff. You know, so she helped me out a lot too, man. Big shout outs to her as well.
What's her name again?
Her name is Sharika Wilson, man. But she goes, the name of the company is called Postscript Publishing.
Shout out to her, man. Shout out to the company, man. Yeah.
She down there in North Carolina somewhere out in the boonies doing her thing, man. She got a couple books out as well, man. Check out the website, man. None but black authors doing things. He got some books on Black Lives Matter. She got some kid books. She got a couple lawyers who wrote some books on on stuff on how to approach the legal system, being for a person of color and everything like that, especially these times and days right now too.
Right.
So she's doing some good shit down there, man. Shout outs to her.
Well, yeah, shout out to her, man.
Yeah. But it's just it's a literary game, man. It could be, unless you're known, you're known already, you're a known author, or you're a celebrity or something like that. It's hard for somebody to come represent you, man.
Now, what is the literary agent? What is it? The literary what?
Trying to get a literary agent, so somebody come out there and see your book and go out there and try to shop your book around
That's who shops it to the publishing company.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a snobby world, man. They got literary agent companies. You know what I'm saying? I had to send this query letters a couple hundred times. First, I had to figure out how to write one, and you're supposed to write. It's supposed to have just so many words. You know what I'm saying? And so many, it's supposed to be so big, whatever. You guys send it a certain way. Certain people only like it sent this way, and if it ain't sent this way, they won't look at it. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I had to send about 150 to 200 query letters out, and I may have got 20 responses. And there was all no, or you sent it wrong, whatever. When I got published though, I sent them all a link to my book. let them know I'm there, man.
Hello.
Matter of fact, there was one lady who I went back and forth with, man. She's like, "Oh, you sent it wrong. You gotta do it this way." I sent it this way. She goes, "Oh, you gotta send it this way. You're not doing it right. You're never gonna get published this way." I'm like, "You ain't gotta be so mean about it, lady." She goes, "Well, I'm just trying to be right with you." And I sit there, I finally said it the right way. She goes, "Oh, I'm not doing no stuff about books right now." I'm like, "What the fuck you me back for?" You know what I'm saying? So we went back and forth about it for a while, man. You know, and then
politics.
Yes, it was crazy, man. But I got in the door my way, and I feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I was determined.
That's all that matters. You got in there your way, brother.
Yeah, you know, and that's what matters most to me, man.
Yeah, man. Well, I only got a couple more questions because, you know, we got to bring up this one of these other high Seattle artists that's up and coming. You know, I think the audience is definitely going to be impressed with him once they get a load of him. You know, but you was talking about something too, and I don't forget. But you was talking about the racism and the social injustice and all of that, bro. Like, what part do you play in trying to change that in the community? You know, how, like, why is it so important to you?
I mean, right now, it should be important to everybody. You know,
Sure.
Not just me. It should be important to everybody. You know, I mean, not just black folks, but white folks too. You know,
Sure.
I mean,
we all one.
Yeah, we all. Yeah, I mean, best believe us being treated unfairly is going to affect white people and other people of color, especially because, you know, I mean, either we're gonna expand upon everybody having equal rights, or we're going to implode. One of the two.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And if we don't emphasize on that, you know, especially, you know, on what's going on with black folks, especially in America today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, because basically what's going on is, you know, what was going on back in the '60s and stuff like that. You know,
sir.
Everything's circumvents. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and like, you know, and when it really hits the fan, it's not gonna be people marching in the streets and shit like that singing "We Shall Overcome." You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's like you know, it's like Pac said. You know, those guys are dead. You know what I'm saying? The people who are asking for equal rights, they're dead. They're gone. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are we gonna do? You think we gonna ask? You know?
Mm-hmm.
No. You know. So, you know, and it's the voice of the people, man. It's these biases been going on for years, man. For, you know what I'm saying, it's still going on today, and even it's not just people who of color, but people of lower social economic stature as well. You know, it's like, you know, and you gotta look at like I work for an inpatient psychiatric hospital right now. You know, and sometimes, you know, these places, they look at people as individuals who need help. You know what I'm saying? So therefore we trying to get them help. You know, there's other places that say, you know what, we get dollars every time we get people come in. We get this amount of money. We can charge the insurance company this amount of money right here.
Mm-hmm.
Then the pharmaceutical companies give us kickbacks. So we give this medication here. So therefore, they're not people. They're numbers. You know what I'm saying? They're profitable. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that's who I speak for right now. You know, those people who don't know, who are there because they're having a psychotic breakdown or episode, and they're not safe on the street, so they seem, or so they say. So therefore, we got to get them help. You know, and people don't know, it is perfectly legal to be insane. It's okay to be. It's perfectly legal to be psychotic. It's when you're a danger to yourself or others. That's when you need. That's when it's a problem. But you can be psychotic on the street. There's a dude on the corner right down there on the way here. Just sitting there, just talking to himself. He ain't bothering nobody.
Right.
That's legal.
Right.
Now when he starts touching people, start being a threat to himself and others, that's when there's an issue. You know, but you get them in these institutions, and then you jack them up full of medication. You know, and then. You know, they're shells of themselves, and then when you take the medication back, or they want to feel like they used to feeling without the medication, that's when things implode. That's when things, you know, get hectic. You know, and you know they're human beings. You know, you gotta ask them, how do you want to feel? You know, are you feeling comfortable talking to these 3, 4 people in your head right now? Yeah, they're cool with me. I've been fucking these guys for 30 years. You know, we're cool. We pay rent every goddamn month. We're cool. We eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This guy protects me. This guy right here doesn't take no shit. This person right here is my companion. You know, they all 3 live right here. They're cool. You know, they don't bother nobody. Neither do I bother nobody. But when you piss one off, you piss us all off, and that's when there's an issue.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, but no, but like. You gotta. They're human beings, though. You know, I mean, some of the greatest minds ever had mental health issues. You know, some of the greatest minds ever. You know, and we probably wouldn't be as developed as a society or have as much mental health knowledge as we have today if it wasn't work for these people who we deemed as crazy. You know.
And you speak for those people.
Yeah, I speak for those people right now. I speak for those people, and I speak for anybody who's being marginalized in any way by a system who sees them as dollar signs and other than human beings.
That's real. That's real, man. You do you be speaking at like events or anything like that?
I do sometimes. I've done a few events. I did one at the college I went to, Seattle Central. Talk about my journey, my book, and everything like that. I speak. I talk to you sometime as well, and I go wherever I'm needed. I speak at a few fundraisers, and I got an award at Seattle Central College a few years back for in the name of a young brother who got killed by the police. His family, you know, throws a dinner and a scholarship in his name every year. And I guess, you know, I'm one of the guys that got the scholarship, and I'm kind of like one of the success stories because I went on somewhere with it. So I go do that once a year as well. Try to do a little more. I also do some speaking engagements at Everett Community College. If they have a African American night every year out there in Everett. So I go where I'm called.
Man, that's dope, bro. That's dope. And like, bro, and I asked that question because after I'm doing this interview with you, bro, you're knowledgeable, bro. And you know, people need to hear what you know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. You definitely fucking.
Yeah,
you exceeded my expectations today. You know what I'm saying? Sure.
Man, we gotta learn off you. Man, best believe, man, the way you feeling off me, man, I feel the same way about other people, man. You gotta be inspired by those people around you, man. You got to. If you're not inspiring, you need to be inspired.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, that's the truth. So, man, last but not least, you know, purpose of the show, you know, trying to inspire entrepreneurs and try to give them a leeway on how to start a business. Or, you know, so if you can remember, you know, what were the first 5 things you had to do in becoming an author and publishing a book?
Write. Just get some good writing. Network with people you know. Social media is a monster right now, so you got to utilize that monster for what it is. You know, figure out, you know, do your research on how to get published and everything like that. You know, don't be gullible. Because once you get out there, you start submitting your book to people. They go like, oh yeah, we want to do this, we want to do that. You know, there's going to be some companies that's going to take you automatically. You know, you know, and you got, you know, and they're going to make you feel like you're Tom Clancy or somewhere or Spielberg or something like that. You know, and you got, don't be gullible. You know, and you go, yeah, this is gonna be big. Just give us $4,000 and we'll do. You know what I'm saying? It's like most publishing companies, you shouldn't have to pay to publish your book. You know, but unless you're publishing about yourself and you're getting everything from it, you shouldn't have to pay to publish your book. You know, I
hear that.
You know, so there's some situations where you may have to pay for your own like your design or something like that and everything like that, but you reap the profits though.
Yeah.
You know, like my publisher right now, you know, I pay for her to do some certain things to get this book published and everything like that, like register with the Library of Congress and stuff like that, get an ISBN number and stuff. You know, had to pay to design or whatever, but the books when they sell them, I get the bulk of the profit, and she gets a percentage, and she's cool with that, and she says if it goes on to be a movie or something like that, she doesn't want no money. I said, you're going to get some money this movie. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I know how to, take care of the people who took care of me. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
So I told her that, part 1 I got a script for it already. I'm trying to, see what's going on with that. Part 3 is coming out soon. I just gotta finish the fine tuning on it. I ain't got the time I had when I was writing part 1 and part 2, so I still got some fine tuning to do on part 3. But it's gonna be a 3-part book. Just start writing. Do your research, network. Don't be gullible, and just and stay motivated. Don't give up. I mean, most projects they don't fail because people don't put the work into it, or they do something wrong. It's because they give up. They stop. They just this ain't working how I wanted to work, or as fast as I work. You know what I'm saying? So I just give up.
Consistency is key.
Gotta be. If this is something you want to do, there'll be no giving up. There's no end goal. The only end game is me getting this shit published. That should be it. You know what I'm saying? That's when I know I've done it. You know what I'm saying? Yep. There's no giving up.
Yeah.
Most shit fails because people give up. They stop.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I can attest to it, and I can agree with that because, bro, I feel like that about the podcast, bro. I've been putting this together, and it's been an idea for a while.
Yeah.
But I was just like, man, until I publish my first episode, I'm not there yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as soon as I published my first episode, I said, there you go. I'm an official podcaster.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I felt, it felt liberating.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you did that shit, man. You stuck with it, man. And man, more power to you, man. And I wish, I mean, I'm it's not even I wish, man. I aspire that everybody does that, don't give up. This something that is like I heard Denzel say this to a group of young actors, anything that you want to do, that you have true dreams for, true aspirations to do that is good, you know what I'm saying, is God telling you beforehand that it's already yours. That inspiration you have, that will, that drive, that makes your eyes, like widen up when you think about it and everything like that, and your heart trouble when you're getting close to it. That's God telling you, man, that shit's yours already, man. Just go ahead, put the work in for it. Just go ahead, just stick with it.
That's inspirational right there, bro. That's hard, bro.
And like I said, I'm not a religious guy, but I believe in God,
for sure.
Yeah, and I've seen all the signs, man.
Yeah, I'm like you. I'm not a religious man, but however, I know that there's a higher power.
Exactly. Hey, listen, man, I'm still here, so there gotta be a higher. But some's keeping me alive, so I sure will. And the will and not want to die,
For sure. You gotta have that.
Yeah.
Stay out the way.
Yeah.
Well, man, this has been great, man. I appreciate you coming.
Oh, man, appreciate you.
Is there anything that, I got everything that I needed to know, you know what I'm saying? I felt like the people would benefit from. Is there anything that you want to touch on before we get out of here?
Man, I just want to thank you for the opportunity, man. You bringing me up here, man. Knowing that me and you've been knowing each other for like over 25 years,
yes,
man.
Yes,
at least 25 years. He's 25 over there, my little brother, man. And we was cool before he was born,
Man, time flies,
bro. Man. We was in the hood, man, on the block, man. With a bag of this and a bag of that. You feel me? Trying to get it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, trying to get, and we here now, man. Talk about something positive, man. Just want to say. Shout out to the whole city, man. Seattle, Central District, West Seattle, man. Rest in peace, Tyree. Rest in peace, Chuck. Rest in peace, Steve Mill. Rest in peace, Draco. Rest in peace, Freddie G. And everybody, all my other fallen soldiers from the hood, man. Rest in peace, Dose. He just passed away a couple months ago, too, man. And if I forgot your name, I apologize. Rest in peace to them, too, man.
For sure, man. I second what he said, you know what I'm saying? Because this is what we do. This is where we from, you know what I mean? Man, so that has been. Oh yeah, give me your social medias, bro. My bad.
Oh man, Tyrone Lee Jr. at Facebook, T.Lee 206 Instagram. Um, Email me at tyrelives@yahoo.com. My books are available at postscriptpublishing.org. That's postscriptpublishing.org. You can put a link in the bio or something on the page or something like that, man.
Gotcha.
Get at me. I'm in Seattle. I live in I'm in Seattle, man, in the greater Seattle area, man. Hit me up. I'm not hard to find, man. I'm Tyrone Lee Jr. There's three of us, man, so find the right one.
Hello. Yeah, man. With that being said, man, we gonna bring up this artist, man. We gotta probably turn the fan on, man. Yeah, you got the hot artist in here, man. You know what I'm saying? In a minute, though, we gonna be back. You know, in a minute, you guys.
Yeah. And it's the past.
What up, y'all? What up, y'all? We back. The Past Journey, Present Progression podcast. Now, we got another hot Seattle artist up here, man. You know, great music, great guy, man. I don't know. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, man. Y'all need to know about it. Introduce yourself, my boy.
Yo, my name is CJ Parker from the CD, Seattle, whatever
Yes,
you want to
sir.
say. Up and coming rappers, been at it for a couple of years. Just getting it started.
That's what's up, Mr. CJ Parker, y'all. So, man, look, man. You know, you got great music. That's first and foremost, you know. But you know, we gonna give the people a quick look, you know, insight of who you are as a person, where you come from. You know what I'm saying? So you already said you come from CD, Seattle. You know what I'm saying? You've been here all your life.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
man. You know, you got any siblings? You the only kid?
I'm the youngest of four.
The youngest of four.
R.I.P. my brother T.Lee. He died when I was in like sixth grade, I want to say, 6 or 7.
R.I.P. to the homie T.Lee, man. You know what I'm saying? For sure. That's a moment right there. Man, tell the people, bro, how long you been rapping for?
Bro, I'm just getting started, man. I started when I was like 20, maybe 21. I'm 26 now, but yeah, like my friends in the group, they was rapping when we was like in 8th grade. I was just around in the studio with them. I wasn't worried about it, but once I got like 20, you know, my bro writing in the room, and he had a beat going, and I was just playing with it, and he was like, "Bro, you sound good. Like, you sound different." Kind of gave me the confidence, you know, and it's just went on from there, bro.
Bro, that's hard, bro, because you are different. I'm going to tell you that, different in a good way. You know what I'm saying? From what I heard so far, you know what I'm saying? I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it.
And that's cool you had somebody giving you that confidence early and was your support system, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've been doing it for 6 years, you said? You started when you was 20, 26 now?
I'm 26 now, started like 2021, it's about 5 years.
Yeah, man. So I'm pretty sure you got your feet wet. You found your flow. You feel like?
Nah, it's still working, because I took a little break. Like, I ain't putting that out in like a year and a half, too. You know, I've been still writing, you know. I got a couple songs really come out next month. Actually, just some features, not mine, but I'm working on the body of work. I want that, you know. I gave them videos, freestyles, all that. They see me. I want them to know me, you know.
Ooh, that's hard.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you answered that how you answered that. Like, you know, like you haven't found your flow yet, because that tells me, you know, that you're the type of person that, look, man, it's always room to grow. You know what I'm saying? And that's dope. You know what I'm saying? You know, you keep practicing, you're gonna be perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
That's what's dope, bro. Man, so your people give you that your people giving you that confidence was like your inspiration to begin rapping?
No, honestly, R.I.P. T.Lee, he rapped too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and I listened to him, you know, and I was just like, yeah, you know, he had something. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna run with it.
That's dope.
I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
And when I'm in that booth, I don't know. I just found a new home in there. Like anybody know me, I'm quiet. So that's my space.
That's good to have somewhere you can go turn up like that and release the inner thought set, That's dope that you approach it with that in mind, you know what I'm saying? Man, so we gonna talk about this my life, my boy. Like, what was why I heard pain in that song, bro. You know what I'm saying? I heard pain in there. Tell me some things, like, without being too descriptive, what was some of the pain, like, you had to go through that will make you make a song like that? You know what I'm saying?
And you gotta struggle and want and not be able to get what you want, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, back then, like, I don't know. A lot of people in my family probably don't know I seen or I know a lot. But they probably don't know I know or I seen, you know what I'm saying? So just a lot of stuff in, like, compared to my friends, you know what I'm saying? It was just certain differences, you know what I'm saying? And that brought a lot of hunger, and then out of all my friends too, I'm the only one who did a lot of deaf. Early.
Yeah.
And almost consistent.
Yeah.
So I just got a lot to say, bro.
Yeah, I hear.
I had to hit them hard, like that was my first solo video. Like, it was supposed to be a solo song, but that's what I treated it like. So I had to let them know, like, I'm not playing.
I like that approach. You treated it like a solo song.
Yeah.
In that mind frame, you just going in there. You ain't thinking about nobody else. You just thinking about, I'm about to kill this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm knocked out here. That's what.
Damn, yeah, bro. Like I said, bro, I hear the pain, but it's good pain, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause the way you're describing it with your words, bro, I like to hear that kind of pain. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure that pain is felt throughout the world. You know what I'm saying? It's just about them. It's about that time of them hearing you. You feel me? Bro, when they hear you, though, they gonna feel it. Trust me. Because I heard it, I felt it. I was like, damn, okay.
It's real. It's
raw. For real. Man, that was dope, bro. And then, how long it take you to make that song? What's your recording process?
So, we didn't have money to grab a beat, so, like, I'll be YouTubing stuff or go on SoundCloud or little apps. So we find a beat, I listen to the beat probably for like a day or like a smoking session. And I'll find something, like I'll just say something, I'll just start freestyling. I don't freestyle around people because, that's not my expertise. I'm not really good. I don't want to sound dumb in front of nobody. So, so I freestyle by myself, I find something, something that click, and I just start brainstorming from there by myself. I never wrote with nobody.
No outside influences, huh?
I write with myself, yeah. And when I write too, one thing I never did, I never changed my verse.
Confident in what you're laying.
Yeah, nah, cause like you can't. That's what I'm saying. You don't even live this. How you gonna tell me how to?
My guy, I like the responses, man.
Yeah. So.
That's hard, bro. Man, that's a cold mindset as an artist. Cause I played around with music a little bit, but I wasn't thinking about becoming an artist. Really, I'm the hook man. You know what I'm saying? That's what they would label me as. But so I understand the mindset you have to go in sometime as an artist. You know what I'm saying? And it's dope that you don't like you say, you haven't written with anybody around because you don't want them outside influences. That's dope.
Like, it's different when, like, because I write, but I go to the studio and my bros can come. They can hear me spit it, they can even make the song. But, like, my writing process, I do that. I need that focus.
So you write every song? You don't punch in on those songs?
No.
I like that, bro, because I like that in them type of artists, because I feel like I like all of them, because the people who be punching in be, they be talking some stuff, you know. But it's like the people who be writing, it's like, to me, I feel more of a storyline, like not a like a specific story, but it's like more of a concept, should I say? You know what I'm saying? And I like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and your music is, like I said, it's not a typical Seattle sound, you know, and that sets you apart alone right there.
I hear that a lot.
You know? And it's good quality music. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just just a matter of time, you know what I'm saying? And if I can help you in any way I can to propel you, man, let me know. And that was part of it. You know, I'm glad your brother, it was his idea, you know what I'm saying, to get you up here, try to get you some exposure, you know what I'm saying? I listened to the music, I said, yeah, I like it, man. Let me try to, bring him on up here, it's your idea. I'm definitely with it, he deserves it.
The whole time, too. He be putting me on people who got beats, shows, even some out-of-town stuff, but he's always been there. He's supportive for real.
A support system is key.
Yeah.
It's a key in anything you want to, you plan on doing, in anything in life. A support system is key. You don't want to move through nothing by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. Come on.
Man, wreck life. Talk to me. Talk to me, man. In that song, I noticed you mention your moms and your pops a lot, bro. Just not in that song, just period though. But it was one line in that song that really pointed that fact out to me. You got love for them. I know you got love for them, and I know they love you, man. Tell me how much not how much they love you, but I don't know, how am I asking? Like, how deep do you know their love is for you? Because I know you know it is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Those are my biggest supporters. They play my songs like almost every day.
Fire.
For real. But yeah, their love is deep, man. Like,
by you saying that right there, it shows how deep it is right there. They play your song every day.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm the youngest of 4, but I grew up as the only child. Like, I was the only kid in the house by 10 years.
Age difference, huh?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, their love was different. I was a baby. Yeah, so.
That's fire, bro.
Anything I get, they get.
Whew. Yeah, and that shows a lot about your character, bro. And that take you a long way, man. You know what I'm saying? Great character, you know what I'm saying? What inspired you to do that song?
The Wreck Life?
Yeah.
That's the one with stuff. My bro Stuff 2 Rec 2. Shout out to him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's the one who got me started. So that he found that beat, and as soon as it came on, I just wrecked sick and sentence. I just started going, and he was like, hold up, and he started going, and I'm like, hey bro, this is like let's just jump it. You know what I'm saying? Let's just jump it. In my room too. On West Seattle, in my room, just in there trying to freestyle it like it wasn't coming together. And he was like, bro, just do 30 seconds, do 30, do 8, do 60. You know what I'm saying? Just do the bars like that. And we came together, and it was a one take.
Wow, that was hard.
I promise, it was a one take. When we did it, like, I was like, bro, I'm gonna stop here. Like, we listened to the beat, and I was like mumbling. I was like, I'm gonna stop here, and we timed it, and we did it. We went in the booth and killed it.
Yeah, I heard it. You did kill it. Video hard. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
that was the first video too.
Yeah, that shit hard, bro. Where can they find that at?
YouTube. All my videos on YouTube. Just search CJ Parker. SEAJAY for Seattle.
For sure. Yeah, that's just hard. Your partner, he came off on there too, man.
Oh yeah.
He came off on that jump. For real.
It's like a battle. I love it.
Yeah, like you said, he was ping ponging, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That'd be dope. For you, do you prefer recording in the studio with somebody you're on a song with, or you rather just send the email?
No, I want you there. I want to, cause you know sometimes I ain't gonna change my whole verse, but you know you might switch some stuff up when you guys just click and vibe, and it might be something different. Like you send it to him, you send it back. It takes a lot of time. We go in there together. We might come up with something new while we doing it. To make it better. So I rather buy like that.
Yeah, I feel like that's the best way too. Like you said, you can always ping pong them ideas off each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, right? Just instantly. You know what I'm saying. About time you figure out, trying to remember to send the email, you done got distracted by something possibly.
Man, you
know
on to something next.
Do you when you be picking your beats, do they usually be from like the same producers?
Now, yeah, same person. I'm looking. I ain't never found nobody to really just, cause he don't make my type. I found a gym. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's a little slower. But my partner that make beats not really into making beats. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard. But yeah, I just look for them gems, man. Nobody really makes the beats that I need consistently.
Yeah.
So.
To help cultivate your sound and make it be consistent, huh?
Yeah. I'm not singing or nothing. These beats they be party songs.
Yeah. Man. But like I said, bro, what I've heard so far, I fucking like. You know what I'm saying? Off top. One more song I think the people definitely gotta go fucking hear. It's a little freestyle though. The Proof in the Bars freestyle.
Yes.
Man, come on, man. You already know. Same question, man. What motivated you for that song, brother?
Man, I did that after my bro, R.I.P. Chuck, died.
R.I.P. to the T.Lee.
So that was another angry one. That's why I spit it so hard. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But now Proof, it was the perfect timing too, cause that's my cousin. So he just hit me up like, I'm trying to do another Proof in the Bars. Just send me some couple beats and I pick one. So I picked that one up the beat, and I just wrote to it. It took me like a day too.
Mm-hmm.
Hit him back next day like, when you want to do it. A couple days later we went and shot that. But yeah, that was for Chuck.
Yeah, man. Rest up to Chuck, T.Lee, man. Both of the homies, man. See you right, man. Chuck, man. Rest in peace to the homies, man. We miss y'all. Y'all went definitely too soon. You feel me?
Sure.
In that song, though, I hear a line when you was like, you lost your brother in the 6th grade and that changed you. Tell us how that changed you.
Man, I was a hooper. I stopped doing it.
Oh.
I didn't want to do nothing. I really probably seen that, you know what I'm saying? But like I was doing like AAU and all that stuff, but I stopped from like 6th to like 11th, and then I started doing like the little community centers, clubs and stuff, just hooping around men's leagues and stuff like that. But yeah, I stopped taking it serious, and I just trying to find something. Just trying to find something. So I was just living, just kicking it until the booth came, and I was like, I got a lot, so that's where it came. That's where we stuck at now.
Bro, I encourage you to stick with it, bro. You young man, you definitely got the talent, bro. Stick with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You passionate for it. I hear it, you know what I'm saying? You got the pain, you know what I'm saying? Everything it takes, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta stay consistent. I advise that, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
Where can they find that freestyle at, though?
That freestyle is on YouTube. You just do Proof in the Play. It'll pop up on this page, CJ Parker. You can find that right there. And all the other videos, just type in CJ Parker. Find all 3 of them too. Check out Free Lunch. That one's fire.
Free Lunch?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that one. Oh, yeah. Man, I definitely got to go check that one out, brother.
Put my bro Jajuke in there. He's in the group too. Nice.
Jajuke?
Jajuke. J-A-H. Juke.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I definitely got to get up on that. Kind of mad I missed that one. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I wanted the people to know who you was, bro, because I heard your music and I wanna, I just wanted them to know who you was, bro, and want them to know some of your music and where they can find it at, you know what I'm saying, and definitely be on the lookout for you. Man, be on the lookout for them. Another one of Seattle's finest, you know what I'm saying? You wanna tell them your social medias where they can reach you at, and all that.
Facebook, CJ Parker, SCAJAY Parker. Instagram is Matt Parker 31. I don't got no Snapchat, man. You just keep it on there.
Yes, sir.
SoundCloud,
Yes, sir.
CJ Parker 2. Find all of that, all the songs too. Songs I don't got videos too, just old stuff. All that's on there.
Man, go check out all that, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get these numbers ran up, you know what I'm saying? Get the eyes on these talents, you know what I'm saying? And help get these guys going in the right way, you feel me? So with that being said, man, it's been another episode of The Past Journey, the Present Progression Podcast. Your boy Cleezy B. Had my boy Tyrone Lee, T.Lee up in here a little earlier. Got my boy CJ Parker, another diamond in the rough coming from the Seattle. You know what I'm saying? Like, subscribe, share, comment. Check me out on all platforms. Man, I appreciate you guys so far, man. Always, man. I love you guys, man. And stay tuned next week. Till next week. Until then, man, your boy Cleezy B. And I'm gone.
The present progression. Yeah. And it's the past journey to present progression. Yeah. And it's the past journey to present progression.